Stop getting in the way of what wants to happen. Stop blocking the miracles that you're trying to create from coming into your life. This video, I'm going to tell you the message that you need to hear today. I'm not going to tell you all the cliches that you found this for a reason, but I am going to tell you why you found this. You found this because you're ready. You're ready to finally stop circling the same old loops of trying, forcing, pushing, pressuring, proving. You're ready to actually graduate now into the life, not just where everything you want happens, but into the life where you're no longer living as a small separate self who feels like he needs or she needs to somehow justify their existence. Like you are some small little boy or girl who needs to prove that you're worthy of receiving the things that you want in your life. Stop trying to block what's already trying to happen. You block it by trying to make it happen. You block it by believing that there's something that you need to do to be worthy of receiving that which is already yours. So whatever it is in your life that you want, that you desire, and I'm not just talking about the egoic fantasies, I'm talking about the deep, soulful truths, the mission, the purpose, the relationship that sets your soul on fire, wealth that comes to you easily and abundantly that you get to not just use to live a more joyful, free life, but also serve others. These are beautiful desires that you're entitled to, that you're here to create. But the lie that you're living is that there's something missing that you need to attain, understand, achieve in order to create these things, because the frequency that they are created from is already here. It's what you are. So take a breath with me right now, and you can put your arms out, and I just want you to feel this space. Feel the space that you're in and recognize it's not empty. This energy, this field, this all that isness that is always around you, always holding you, always guiding you, it's so subtle, which is why we miss it, because we're so stimulated, we're fed so many distractions in today's world. You are so distracted that you are chronically missing the very thing that you're seeking. And that's why the suffering continues. That's why you keep circling. That's why you keep hustling, pushing, proving, escaping, numbing, whatever is your pattern, whatever your loops are, whatever stories you keep circling and moving around and wishing that you could just break free and change. Those are just distractions designed to hide the truth from you. The truth that there's nothing to chase. There's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to make happen. Creation is finished. You are it. And everything that you desire them because the coding of them is already written into the blueprint of your heart, of your soul. You can't make them happen. You can only delay their arrival. And you delay every time you focus on circumstances, every time you focus on the things that you think that are missing, every time you ask yourself, what do I need to do? What am I missing? These stories, these thoughts that occupy your mind. Every time you come on YouTube and you watch another manifestation video, or you do another process, or you consume another piece of healing content, or you look for another block or a trauma, all these things, they're so sneaky because you start doing them as a means to claim your power back. You start doing them as a means to actually break free from victimhood and start creating. But there comes a point where they become a trap, because you are now giving your power away as the infinite I am, the creator of your reality. You're giving that power away to the processes, to the teachers, to the stories. And that's why you're still staying stuck, because you reinforce the one sin. the belief that in some way you are separate from God, from love, from life, from money, from wealth, from everything that you desire. You are not separate from it. It is you. It is created from within you as an aspect of you. Not you, the identity, not you, the story, not you, the little boy or girl who was hurt once and has been trying to protect themselves by doing the things that they think that they need to do, or whatever those patterns that you have in your life are. Not that you, but the real you. And the reason why you so often miss this is because you listen to the spiritual books and you hear people talk about it and you think that infinite God self, that I am presence, that it has to be this great big mystical experience where everything suddenly makes sense and you feel this huge high and everything releases and everything comes to you at once and it's this big firework of golden light. But it's so much subtler than that. It's so subtle, and that's why you miss it. It's because to the egoic mind that's been fed on highs and dopamine and distraction, the truth of what you are feels boring at first because it's just here. Just be here right now. Just breathe here. Feel the insides of your fingertips. Feel your feet on the floor, your sit bones on the chair. Feel the breath coming in and out. Feel the space around you. That's it. That's it. That's what you're seeking. And notice that as you start to connect to that, and as I say that, already the agitation comes up, right? If you sit here and you just connect to silence, you just connect to emptiness, to space, to presence, you do that for 10 minutes, the mind's going to start coming up. And it goes, oh, I need to go and do the thing, right? You're going to start to feel all of the shit in your body, in your nervous system, all of the agitation that you've conditioned yourself with and that you've been conditioned with. That's what's blocking you. That's what's distracting you. That's what makes you turn on YouTube, scroll, look for the next thing, hustle harder, try, strive, prove, and then you keep this false self alive. And that false self can't create what you're here to create. It can't, because it's built on the lie that you're separate from it. And so anything that you try and do will just reinforce that lie. Even if you still create things, they're going to be created from the emptiness, from the false belief, from the energy of I'm not already it. So you could build that empire that you want to build, but ultimately it's going to be empty and hollow because it's still built on the one foundational piece, that you're separate, that you're missing something. And so when you build it, it won't fulfill you, it won't sustain you, and at some point it will come crashing down. We see this all the time. You hear the stories all the time. There's probably something in your life that you once wanted so deeply. And you did all the things, and you strived, and you pushed, and you proved, and then you got it, and it wasn't it. And it didn't last. It fell apart. Why? Because you built it from the wrong perspective, from the lie. Stop blocking what is already trying to happen. It's subtler than you think. But if you can train yourself to connect with that subtle field of aliveness, of all that is, of just presence, literally what we just did, just breathe, just feel. There's infinite depths to which you can go into this presence, into this aliveness, into this field of truth. And the deeper that you go, the more you open to it, the more you teach your nervous system that it is actually safe. It's safe for you to open to receive. The more you then stop blocking it. Because your overstimulated nervous system puts you in this frequency of survival where you start to brace and everything becomes a struggle, and you'll notice it right the way down to like how you do the washing up. How you do the washing up, how you vacuum the floor. Notice how you do those things. Are you fighting them like it's some kind of emergency that you just need to get done so that you can get to the end state? These are codes. These are keys. How do you brush your teeth? How do you eat your food? How do you cook your food? How do you walk down the street? Those are the keys, the codes that will tell you what state of being and consciousness you're operating in. Because I've been here where I thought I was really at a high level, and I was vibrating so high because I was doing all these spiritual practices. But it was only when I started to really notice, hang on a minute, what about the in-between moments? I'm rushing my food down like there's not enough, and I'm going to run out if I don't eat quick enough. I'm sort of gripping my pen super tightly when I'm journaling because I need to get these thoughts and I need to understand what's underneath it. I'm fighting with the Hoover when I'm trying to vacuum as if this is some life and death task or some horrible thing that I just need to get through. That is the code. Notice how you do the small things in your life, because it will show you the frequency that you're still operating from. It will show you that you're still tightly wound in a frequency of survival, which is all built from this one thing we're talking about. The false belief that you lack, that you're not whole, that you're not cared for, that you're not connected, and therefore that you're not safe. And because you don't believe that you're safe, or whole, or complete, you think that the thing that you want, the desires that you're here to just experience as an expression of the wholeness that you are, but you start to attach your sense of self and safety onto those desires, which means you start trying to create them from survival, which is why you come back to the same loop. You push, you struggle, you strive, you grind, and you still feel separate. You still feel like it's just out of arm's reach. Stop pushing away what's already trying to happen. It's all in this now. This is why it all comes back to the cliches that all the spiritual teachers talk about. The power of now, be present. Because this is it, and it's so subtle. That's why you miss it. So what if you, instead of doing the thing that you do, instead of scrolling, instead of hustling, instead of whatever it is that you're trying to do to make what you want happen, what if you replaced that with just an extra 10 minutes of nothingness, of connecting with silence, of just feeling the very subtle opening of your body, of your mind, of your heart, of your field, open to now, open to life, open to the truth. That everything you desire is already here, already happening, already trying to come to you. And you block it. And you block it, and you block it, and then you block it some more by wondering why it's blocked and trying to fix the block and looking for this belief and looking for this trauma and looking for the next thing. You're not missing anything, my love. And I say that whether you're a brother or a sister or something in between, because you are love. And that's not just a cliche. It is a tangible reality that's available for you to tap into right now. And the more that you do that, the more the magic will start to happen in your life, because you'll realize, and you'll teach your body, you'll teach your mind, you'll teach everything in your life. I am it. I've arrived. I lack nothing. And then reality has to catch up. The 3D world has to follow. It's law. It's how it works. So stop blocking what's already trying to happen. It's so much subtler than you think. If this transmission spoke to something in you, let me know in the comments below. Share this with someone who needs to see it, and please make sure that you're subscribed, because I'll be sharing these weekly transmissions, all designed to help guide you back to the truth of what you are, so that you can pass through life's initiations. You can take a rite of passage where you let go of the small self and you become the truth of what you always were. You become the person that you were born to be. And everything that you've wanted, the money, the success, the wealth, the love, the connection, the purpose, the freedom, the joy, the nothingness, the peace, whatever it is, comes to you, happens for you, through you, without struggle. This is the new paradigm. This is the new frequency. This is your initiation into who you were born to be. So like, follow, subscribe, drop a comment below. This is just the beginning.